Keegan.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker, and I'd like to return to new clause 7, if I may. There has been a failure of successive governments to tackle the issues with our housing stock. Since the 1970s, we have on average built 160,000 new homes per year in England, and the consensus is we need to build between 225,000 and 275,000 more homes per year to keep up with population growth, an ageing population, and to tackle years of undersupply. And that's why I'm pleased the government's taking steps to address this with accelerated house building, resulting in an increase of supply of 217,000 houses in the last year. Increased demand and a historic lack of supply has inevitably pushed prices up. On average, house prices have risen by 7% per year since 1980, but this issue is not uniform. Areas such as the South East have suffered more than others, seeing a 369% increase in prices since 2005. And I see this in my own family, with many of my young cousins in Knowsley, in their 20s, buying homes on average salaries as their parents always did before them. But this is not the case in the South East and other parts of the country. Large price hikes will obviously affect young people more, as they are typically on lower incomes and struggle to raise the capital needed to save a deposit. When I bought my first home in the mid-90s, around 65% of my friends were doing the same. We just earned average incomes. Now less than 27% of 25 to 34-year-olds are homeowners, and I would be willing to bet that not many of those are in Chichester, with an average house price of over £365,000 and an average salary of just £25,000. And the point was highlighted to me by a young couple living in my constituency. High rental costs mean they're unable to make any substantial savings towards a deposit, and they are grateful for the schemes introduced by the government to help them save for a deposit. And changes to the stamp duty will also help first-time buyers, like my constituents, to reduce the size of the savings they need to cover the cost of purchasing a home. They will no longer pay stamp duty for properties up to a threshold of £300,000 and only 5% of the cost over £300,000 on properties up to £500,000. This should mean 80% of first-time buyers will pay no stamp duty at all, and this policy removes a barrier, one of the barriers to the housing market, and helps give people the opportunity to reach a dream that many of us achieved in our 20s and 30s.
Sir Vince Capel.